I hopped on. Pause. Alright, man. So now we here. We finally made it here. I'm with my guy, Dom, Alex, Stat. We here for the community podcast. We had to have Dom on here because Dom is from Amityville.
North side.
You know what I'm saying? He graduated from Amityville High. Everybody know Amityville Day. He participated as a youth. And then also was part of the attraction as an adult. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a good one. I like that.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, thanks.
So with that being said, he's now taking his passion and turned that into jobs, providing ways for the youth and people, friends and family to follow their dreams and pursue what they need to pursue.
You got mind if I smoke?
Man, you got for the community, right?
Okay.
We know people in the community.
Right. Let's not act like we don't know.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
It's for the community.
I just want to make sure. Man.
We want you to be in your element.
I'm cool.
So now, like I was saying, he's providing ways for people to follow their dreams through his passions. And one of the ways that he's doing that is working with local artists right here in this studio that we're sitting in.
Yeah, TMO Studios is also available to the public.
We about to talk about that, though.
When you guys get ready to holler at me, you feel me?
He built this. I walked in and I was just like, nah, you ain't built this, man. You ain't do all this. You just a rapper. No offense, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know better.
Listen, I'm not mad at you.
I ain't know better.
And we're going to educate the people as to the people saying exactly what you said.
You
so
just a rapper, you know? So, like, the studio looks great. He built it. Tell us how you do that. I'm curious. I made him stop because I wanted to get this on camera, by the way.
All right, so as an artist, right, you got to figure out ways to turn around and invest in yourself. No matter how, whatever you're doing in this world, you have to invest in yourself. So, with that being said, you're going to the studio, you're paying somebody at a studio their time to sit and record you. And then you got to pay again for a mix and a master for your songs to get done. So it's a two-step process when we're making music. At the end of the day, that's how you got to look at it. So I got tired of having to pay to go and record somebody to record me and then pay you again to mix and master my songs. So I was watching, shout out to Wiz Khalifa. I was watching a day-to-day vlog that Wiz Khalifa has on his YouTube page. And the song with Wiz Khalifa, DJ Drama, Roscoe Dash, girl, what you doing? Watch me. Okay, bet. He recorded that verse for that song in a hotel room.
Okay.
So when I seen that, I screenshot every second of the clip, figured out exactly what equipment he used, and went down to Sam Ash and bought the same shit.
Okay.
Wow.
That little investment right there cuts my recording process in half. If you're coming to an engineer already with your vocals laid down on Pro Tools, you only got to pay for a mix and a master. Pay attention.
Okay.
You feel me? So at a younger age, I understood that right there because we used to go to the studio collectively, like 5 of us artists back then, and let's just say I'm the artist that's at home practicing and rehearsing my verse. So when it's time for me to go in and record, I'm one take J. I might do this shit in one take.
Okay.
That might take you 10 minutes to do your verse.
Right.
But then your man come and do his verse, he's fucking up. That's time being took off of what we paid this man for.
Right.
So you're fucking it up for us.
Yeah.
So bam, how can we eliminate this? Invest into your own studio.
So you said you started that, you figured that out from young. How young are we talking? Like when did this whole passion start? When did this all begin?
Rest in peace to DMX. I'm a big DMX fan. I'm gonna say like 96, 97 when he dropped the back-to-back album, It's Dark and Hell is High, Flesh in My Flesh, Blood in My Blood. I was a kid barking crazy. So like for real. So I fell in love with rap then, you feel me? Then I started to realize that I thought these guys was all superheroes back then because I lived in North Carolina at this time. So we really didn't see people outside. Before Instagram, you didn't really see people. It was the radio, and you just heard shit.
Right,
and you might see a video on BET or some shit like that, and then you like, okay, this is Jay-Z. Okay, this is DMX. Okay, this these are actual people.
Yeah.
Before that, I just heard shit through the radio like, yo, whoever this guy is he's a superhero to me.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
So I realized it was regular people. Once again, if they can do it, nigga, I can do it.
Straight like that.
You feel me? So it goes from you learning the words to the songs to, you know what I'm saying? We're fast forwarding to middle school. I used to be in middle school down south in North Carolina, and I wanted to be a rapper. Regardless how you look at it, I would introduce myself to people as, Dom is a rapper or whatever. So let me hear something. Now I'm sitting here rapping a Cassidy verse. Because they didn't know.
No.
Yeah.
You feel me? They didn't know.
Yeah.
But then boom, here we go again. This is somebody that's doing it. I can do this, bro. I did my first song, I want to say 2004, 2005.
Wow.
Like my first song ever, like in song format to really understand how
Yeah.
to make a song. And since then I left from Georgia and came to New York. Now I got to surround myself with people who's doing it to really know, like, all right, we're going to the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So who you said you went and laid your first song in 2004, 2005.
14. Yeah, I was 14.
You was 14.
Mm-hmm.
Who told you how to, because I hear a lot of guys in the game, a lot of rappers in the game say, when I first started rapping, I didn't even know
Right.
how to structure a song. I didn't know what bars were. I didn't know none of this
Ad
stuff.
libs, nothing.
So who taught you how to do that?
So I learned song format. Shout out to Marcus in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'm Fayetteville. I used to live with J. Cole from. Just let y'all know you from.
Man, okay.
I know the 2-6.
Say no.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't
Okay.
do that. So yeah, Marcus Cousins was making music back then in 2004. I believe their names was called like Triple C's. I want to say. I could be wrong, but they was making music, and instead of a studio setup like we're in now, we had a 8-track recorder. So basically, it was like a mixer board, and it had 8 faders on it.
Okay.
You plug a microphone in the back of it, you upload the beat to it, and you just rap to the beat, and it will automatically put you on the beat. You feel me? So I had I still got that song, that first song in the house.
I was just about to ask about that.
Yeah, I still got it. So
Okay.
then, bam. So I left the studio, went to the crib, and just listened to this one CD all night. Like, yo, I made a song. Word, like, yo, I'm right there. Like, for real, I'm right there.
That's
You
cool,
feel me?
yeah.
So that was the beginning. And when I moved to New York, I was going to the studio with Live and A-Live. That's Nothing But the Best label. And they was going to the studio in song formats, like showing you, like, yo, this is the verse, this is the hook. A verse gonna come again. This is the hook. Back then we was doing 3 verses, and then the hook again, and then that's it. You feel me? So then I learned that from them. So I was like, I bet. So once you learn the format, you learn how to count bars in the beat, and then after that, it's on you, bro. So I took it from there.
Real quick, not to get into it too deep, but you did mention that it used to be 3 verses, and now that has changed. To the typical consumer, that may not be something that they pay attention to, but I know people. I saw it when it changed. I know you seen it when it changed.
Of course.
How did you feel about it? Like, did you know ahead of time that it was headed there? Like, did you see where it was going, or?
I'm not gonna say I seen that it was going there. I'll say to the fact that I understood that the game changed to the point where I want to say a lot of adults was the consumers in the 90s going into the early 2000s. And then once like country grammar and songs started to become pop, more kids got involved. So now we're talking attention spans.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can hold a kid attention span for 3 verses, you're God.
Yeah.
Not for real. You're
That's a
God.
fact.
You
That's
feel
a
me?
That
fact.
sounds crazy.
Nah, think about it.
Mhm.
So then they want to market it to 2 verses to make the song shorter.
Right.
And then whatever you can fool these kids to have these kids believe what's going on is the key to success in today's society. So, like when they ask you what's your demographic as an artist, who are you trying to consume to? Are you going for kids? Are you going for the adults? What type of music you making? You making, like whatever's in for right now, this is for the kids.
Yeah.
Because it's in for right now. Are you trying to make music that's forever music? Then it's going to grow with them, become adults, and still
Right.
be here as
Right.
they, you know what I'm saying, work their way up in life. So that's how I really understood what's going on.
Okay. All right. So we started. My man's here is from. How far is Fayetteville from where you live?
It's about 2 hours from Durham.
From Durham?
Bull City, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
Durham in the
yeah,
building.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got
Big North Carolina.
two Amityville / North Carolina guys
In the building, you know what I'm saying? 2-6, what up?
919, we see you.
910. That's crazy, right?
Okay. They talking some shit I don't know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But
It's area codes, man.
You
It's
know
not
what I'm
that
saying?
deep. Like, come on, man. You know what that is. 631-516 to the city. We still
Yeah,
here.
I mean-
you know what I'm saying? It sounds good, but anyways.
He mad. He
Yeah, right. Because I only got one.
Off that country shit, you know what I'm saying?
Off that
Back to
country
here, you know what I'm
shit.
I
saying?
hate to see it. I hate to see it.
I didn't think it would be you, man.
right.
Not you, Mr. Woke.
Nah. All right, so that's where it went. So you learned from those guys that came to the studio and they was already having their songs
Done.
already
They-
done.
yeah, they was
and
older,
knew
so
exactly what
they-
type of how you supposed to 4 verses here, this many
4
bars.
verses,
I mean,
3
I'm
verses.
sorry,
I'm about
3
to say, who
verses
the hell?
here.
That's some Joe
How
Budden
many
shit.
bars?
Shout out Joe Budden too.
So after that, you learned your process. You took what you had and you molded it into what you became now. But along the way, we talked about this offline. What would you say that passion was? You know, because if you starting with older guys, then they're already advanced. Like as soon as you walk in the studio, they already know, all right, this is how you lay a song. They already, to a lot of people, when they see that somebody else that's doing what they doing is so advanced and so far ahead, they might
It's
stop.
intimidating.
You know what I'm saying? It's intimidating.
Intimidating.
So what made you say, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna keep on doing this. What was that passion?
To keep it 100 with you guys, maybe 1,000 with you guys. I knew I could rap in the beginning. So, like I said, it was me. Shout out to Marcus Taylor. Shout out to KR The Problem. It was us as TMO when it first started. Shout out to Nix the God, too, because he was a part of the family, too, when we started this out in the beginning. So, we was making songs in high school. And there was guys in the area who would be like, Dom's trash on these songs. So it's like, all right, cool. Obviously, I know I'm just starting. Nobody's going to pick up a basketball in one day and be great.
For sure.
You feel me? You got to put the work in, bro.
True.
So, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm just starting. So for you to judge me when I'm just starting, I know I can get better. Just got to be consistent. So like, I know you. It's repetition. It's repetition at the end of the day. You gotta keep practicing.
Right.
So they would be on me like, yeah, Dom trash, blah, blah, blah. Why do y'all make songs with Dom, blah, 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 whatever. And I use that hate to fuel me to keep going. What you said on the podcast you guys did with your guy.
Okay.
What was
Chris.
that? Chris. Yes, with
Yeah.
Chris. You know what I'm saying? You were saying that in there. Like, what's the saying? What's the saying? Don't worry, I wrote it down. What's the saying?
It's people rather be
Yes.
motivated by hate than to be inspired by love. Or
There we go.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, so when you said that, it stuck out to me. I even wrote that down so we can revisit it in today's podcast. So, yeah, boom. That was like, damn, you feel me? He didn't understand it when you said it that day in the
Yeah,
podcast.
it was a little heavy. You know, it was a
so
little
that's why I
heavy.
wanted to revisit it in this one. So it's like, you know, the guys was calling me trash or Dom's a bum. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why y'all doing songs with him? Why y'all doing songs with him? Fast forward to now, the people who was calling me trash in high school, they come to me now like, yo, when you dropping new music?
Right.
When's another show coming? So if I could turn the hater into a believer, it's no reason to stop now. So it's no reason to stop now at the end of the day. You feel me? And boom, keep moving to today. Like I said, like that was my fuel back then because I knew in my head I could be better than everybody that's on these songs with me.
Right.
But if I didn't put the work in, nobody was gonna see it. So we're here today, 2022. Dom is, I want to say, 8 to 9 tapes in, a couple of singles, videos, performed in damn near 13 states in the United States. Moving. I'm still going.
For sure.
You feel me?
You've been out in Houston quite a few times, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out GP45 and the campaign business family, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Y'all my
Sure.
guys down there, man. We tapped in. Big foes.
Now I'm gonna ask. So, Both of you, do you guys believe it's different for the quote, let's say, that we just brought up, right? Is it more, I don't want to say acceptable, but is it just more likely to happen in sports like rapping, artistry, competition like sports?
Nah.
Is it fair to say that, or is it just like giving an excuse for people to continue to hate and use that as motivation as opposed to like, yo, you're really good at this, you should keep going. Hey, I like you. Like,
Oh, you saying is it more of a competition thing, or is it just
is it competition based, or is it strictly because rap is
just,
like that's just what we know, like as our community, like we know to, yo, he said I can't shoot, so now I'm about to pull up for 4 threes in his face, and if I make one, that's good enough for me, type of mentality? Or is it like, is that something, or am I reaching with that?
I think you're reaching.
Okay.
Yeah, because this pertains to anything. It goes to clothing, anything. You feel me? Anything. Girls doing lashes. Oh yeah, your lash tech that you work with is not good, mama. You need to come over here and fuck with me. It's in every lane of the world.
Yeah.
People can use hate to fuel, and people can use hate to steal somebody else's customer.
Sure.
See what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So like I wouldn't say that for what you were saying, that it only dictates to like sports and rappers and shit like that, because I done seen it myself. Like people would shit on the next person to turn right around to steal that person's clientele. You see what I'm trying to say? So that's how I'm taking that one.
I would say what you touched on, like you mentioned, is it just us, or there's a lot of people that I hear, it's just us in the black community that we down each other, we do this, we do that.
I don't really agree with that.
I want to clear the air with that real quick. It's just I don't believe personally that it's just us in our community. If you go into these trailer parks where white people live,
right,
where the bottom of the barrel, quote unquote, not in a position to provide the way that they would like to and live in a life that they don't really want to live, you're gonna see some of that same stuff. You're gonna see that quote unquote crabs in a barrel mentality. It's just whatever. It's just poverty that breeds that. You know what I'm saying? It's
black.
There's plenty of black people who are doing well and doing well off, and you'll never hear them say anything like that. Anything remotely close to that. And they're all about bigging up the next man and bigging up. Especially, I see it personally. I don't know too much in other cultures, but I know definitely in our culture, that's what I see. Like, the more somebody is content with where they at in life, the more easier it is for them to give love, and especially in the black community. So
I'm with you on that one.
Speak on that, but I do want to talk about. So
I don't want to get you high, that's why I put it out. But go ahead.
So now, we mentioned you coming out to Houston and doing your shows in Houston, and your drive and what motivated you. Where do you see, do you have like a 5-year goal? Do you have a next year goal? I was talking to you offline. This year goal, 2022 just started. I was talking to you offline about you getting into a certain bag as far as your music is concerned and what type of lane you wanted to address this year. Are there some things or some avenues that you want to explore this year or within the next 5 years that you could give to the people and say, yo, look out for this. This is what I'm starting. This is what I'm going into.
All right, so 2022, I'm more so on the lane of I'm not dropping the tape this year. I'm dropping singles. So, you feel me? For people who make music, you'll understand exactly where I'm coming from. So, like, let me say you do a project. Let's say you got 9 songs. Let's say 10 songs to be exact. 10 songs on there for a mix and a master right now with, I'm going to give you my grade A engineer. My grade A engineer who mix and master, shout out to Devin in Atlanta. He does mix and master for Tory Lanez, Neo, Mary J. Blige. Just giving a reason, just giving y'all a couple people names. It's $400 for a mix and a master. 10 songs times $400 is how much?
4,000.
Yeah,
4,000 for one project that you're gonna drop in February, and they might not talk about that shit again in March, because people's attention span is so short. Now, if you just drop singles, $4,000 can get you 10 months in a run. See what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So when November, December are your chill months, so you can relax and chill and be with your family, and then go into the next year again with a new plan. See what I'm trying to say? So boom, like I said, you spend $4,000 in the course of 10 months compared to $4,000 in 1 month, and then now you got to still spend money on a video, spend money on making merch, you got to spend money on doing shows, traveling to get to wherever you got to go,
Right.
and you gotta have a budget for all this, bro. As an independent artist, if you don't have an investor, it's gonna hurt. You feel me? I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. So that's where coming into having my own studio. So I got my own studio, TMO Studios, where we at right now, and artists come here and pay me for time to get their songs done. That money from the studio, I turn right around and invest into what I got going on music as an artist. So that helps. We're shooting this podcast on, not to toot my own horn, but we're using my cameras for this podcast. And, I'm here to help my guys be great as they're supposed to. So then when I go out and shoot videos for people and they pay me for my time to shoot their videos, I'm using that money again to turn around and invest in what I got going on. See what I'm trying to say? So you got to just figure out different avenues to how to make money, to invest into yourself, and why not do this? Honestly. So you need that overhead capital, bro, because without somebody invest, record labels are nothing but banks, bro. Russ said this in the interview, and I really understood it when he broke it down to us. They're nothing but a bank. So they're not doing nothing but giving us money as in advance, and we got to pay that money back to you guys, but they're getting interest on top of this shit.
Yeah.
So what's up? How can we do it without having a record label and be independent? Invest in yourself. Buy cameras. Go get studio equipment. Shout out to Judah King and L.I. Tops with them, a printing company we got, because this right here is available on TMO.com, guys. Go and buy you one, but we made this ourselves. Yes, sir. You feel me? This is the work we're putting in as independent artists to help get to that next level. And everybody needs embroidery done, screen printing done, whoever. What do you think we'll do with that money, bro?
Run it back in.
There you go. So it's we just had to figure out that right there. How are we going to use this money? How are we going to use this hustle to turn around and put that money back into what the main goal is here today? Okay. And, here we are.
I think, but how do you get not how do you get, but where did the confidence come from where you felt comfortable doing this? Where people don't necessarily like to take that step out on faith unless they're getting affirmations and confirmations from several people saying, yo, you should do this, buy this or buy that, invest into yourself. And I want to say that it's more expensive to be self-confident than it is to rely on other people to reaffirm you.
This is true. That is a good one, but this is true.
Yeah. Because it happens with everything. Like you're saying, I was putting the money back into this. Most people would have something like this and just run the money up. All right, I'm just going to stack this. You're like, no, the point of me doing this is to put back into what I believe I can do. I know I can do. I know I'm better. Like you said, I know I'm better than these people right here. So where does that come from? Where does that undeniable belief within Dom, TMO come from?
Knowing that in this game, you got to pay to play. Regardless how you want to look at it, you got to pay to play. A lot of these shows that we've done before, you got to pay. Either you got to pay transportation to get there, you got to pay for your clothing, you got to pay regardless. So having the confidence of knowing that is why we felt like we have to invest in ourselves. I also learned this, shout out to my guy Nipsey, rest in peace to you, bro. He was another one who was heavy on this, fuck the middleman, we can do this shit ourselves. So if you just listen to his message, it was enough for me. I understood then, at a young age. I want to say 2010 when Bullets Ain't Got No Name Volume 2 came out. I was on Nipsey then. So everybody got on to him with the marathon and shit like that. I was already tapped in. Yeah. You feel me? Y'all guys late. So that's why his marathon came out. The marathon project came out 2013, I want to say, to be exact. And no, maybe 2011. And then the marathon 2 came out 2012, and then the Crenshaw project came out 13. I believe that's how the time went.
I started paying attention when, I started paying attention when Crenshaw dropped. He had some songs on there that I was really vibing to. He had some nice features on there that really got me hooked. So whenever that dropped, that's when I started
I
being a
got
part of it.
to. Where did I find Nipsey? He was on the song with Big Sean, French Montana, Wiz.
Okay, I'm on
And
it.
remember that.
yeah,
I remember that.
yeah, and I was like, okay,
This
Nipsey is.
fire.
I know everyone else. Who's Nipsey?
Yeah.
And then he was on. Then Wale had him on Chun Li on his mixtape.
Yes.
And there was another mixtape he was on.
2013.
And I was like, yeah, this Nipsey guy, he's with the right people.
He
He did
was running
Killers with
around.
Drake.
Killer with Drake was
Yeah.
on volume.
That was fire.
Was on Bullets Ain't Got No Name Volume 2. This is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
He was running around.
Yeah.
He was on. I heard him on a little bit. I'm a Lloyd Banks fan. You know. What
Shout
I'm
out Jay
saying?
Stone too. You heard?
I was running
Me and my
around
strap.
listening to them, and
Me
I
and
heard
my
him
strap.
on Banks.
Me and
Banks
my strap.
joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was me and my strap. That's
exactly.
like, he was on his shit, boy.
Yeah.
Word, but yeah,
That's when
that's-
I got to
Shout
it
out to
then.
Nip, man.
Yeah, shout out to Nips, man. You feel me? Without you, bro, a lot of us wouldn't be here as artists.
That's a fact.
So,
Without
you know.
as people, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, as people,
following
yeah,
their
you feel me?
passions, for sure.
He had a strong message. That's why I feel like they got him up out of here. But that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like Nipsey was definitely a big influence on me when I really understood his message, and it was just more so. Artists back then, we was like, yo, we gotta get signed. Nah, he like, fuck the middleman. We can do this shit ourselves. He dropped a mixtape and sold his mixtape for $100.
Mm-hmm.
Unheard of.
1,000 mixtapes at $100 made you 100,000.
Like that.
Come on, bro. Come on. You feel me? You just gotta figure out marketing. Like you gotta figure out how to market yourself and make money off of this shit. Like I might have sold my mixtape for $5.
Mm-hmm.
This man sold his shit for $100.
Straight like that.
Like what? $20. You feel me? Lil Dom Rich won in today's domination. We are here. You heard? Yeah, he really just put batteries in people's backs to let you know that all this shit is possible with just believing. You know what I'm saying? He said a line like, a mastermind with a grind and a heart to do it. Like that right there, there you go. You feel me? And that was when I first heard, that's on the Killer shit with Drake.
Yeah, I was just about
there
to
you
say
go.
that.
You feel me?
I
That
feel
was
I
like
just quoted that.
2010, 2011, whatever
Yeah.
that year was for that shit. So I was like, I'm listening. All right, I hear you. It's time to go do this. And then here we are, bro. Still going, still pushing, still trying to make it to where you want to be. Like, I would like to be Drake famous, rich, and stuff like that, but a person like Tech Nine, come on. You don't gotta like the man music.
Talk about
At
it.
all.
You don't gotta like his music at all. But
But
just
that
know
hustle, man.
that independent hustle he got, bro, is undeniable,
Vicious.
bro.
Undeniable.
Undeniable. It's
He
crazy.
getting to it.
You feel me? Getting
From
to
what
a
I hear,
bag.
yeah, he getting to it.
He got more money than a lot of these artists.
From what I hear.
Yes, and he just don't talk. He don't promote. He don't boost. He don't do none of that
Nothing.
shit,
There's mad people that don't even know he exists.
bro.
I don't know
He
how you
just-
not know what Tech Nine.
Behind the scenes, just
Getting that money.
yeah. So shouts out to Tech
Yeah,
Nine.
shout out Tech Nine. You feel me? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just people. Once again, I started in the beginning. If I know somebody else can do this, I can do it too. I just gotta figure out how to do it. Once I figure out how to do it and what works for me, I'm cool, bro. Feel me? I'm cool.
So now that you got that drive, you got that mindset, which is a big part of the battle. Bringing it back to the community aspect, did you feel like, he talked about having support and people supporting you and saying, yo, you should keep going, you should keep doing it. I know growing up, there was certain artists and certain songs that told me that I could do it. Like how you saying, yo, you listening to Nip, there was certain people like that. Like I could talk about one of this one's Jeezy song. Can't remember the name of it, but it was towards the end of the Church in the Streets album. It was
Okay.
either the second to last song or the last song, where he's got a guy on there talking and he's like, yo, you got to see it for yourself. Like, it doesn't matter what anybody else. If you want something, you got to see it for yourself. Birds of a feather flock together. If you got a vision, you got to keep going. And so that's just a quote, just to quote that song. That was something that helped me to keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
Now, those were the cheerleaders to my story. Do you feel, again, bringing it back to the community, did you feel like the community embraced you and supported you? Or was it only you listening to the Nipsey Hussles of the world and saying, yo, I can do it because of them?
All right, so I'm gonna tell you a funny story. So me and Marcus again went out. So I bought these out to make sure I can show y'all.
Yes.
I brought it out. So we went and made stickers of just this cover right here. You feel me? Rode around Amityville and slap these shits all through the motherfucking
You can
city,
still
bro.
see him. Pay
That's
attention.
that's
You
a
can still
fact.
see him around.
Like if you go certain places, you'll still see these stickers from 2013. We went around the neighborhood and smacked these shits around. Where I fucked up at then, there's no contact on here. So people seen it and
They
didn't
had
know
no
what
point
was
of-
going on. They just seen a sticker.
Okay.
Boom. I made these mixtapes back then. I was going to the gas stations and just putting them in the gas stations, letting them go for free.
Yeah.
You remember this, right? I remember being at my man's crib and a car comes driving down the block bumping my shit. Don't even know who that person is, bro. It's an older lady. Like, she had to be at least 5 to 10 years older than me. At that time, I was 23. But she comes through, bumping the tape.
How did that feel?
It
Just
felt
real
great.
quick. Yeah.
It felt good, man.
Had to,
Can't
had
even lie.
to.
Yeah.
You feel me? But then it goes back to, once again, she don't know me. So it's not like I'm playing this because this is my man's.
Right.
She liked it.
Yeah.
Rode around the hood bumping this shit while windows down in the summertime. Like,
Yeah.
all right, whoever this nigga is, I like this shit.
Right.
Boom. That gives you that drive to keep going. Because
Okay.
then one thing you'll learn about any business you get in, you're going to get so much love from strangers that you do not get from your friends.
That's for sure. For
Feel
people
me?
who know you, period. Not just
Yeah.
friends, family, but people who know you, period. Yeah.
The humbling thing I heard about something with that is that if your shit is good enough, you'll just attract whoever needs to listen to it
That too.
or who needs to support it. Because there's been times where you'll go on the internet and you'll see, oh, it takes nothing to support. It's
Yeah,
free to
free.
hit this button and so on and so on. But your mother, your sister, your cousin, your brother, your best friends, your close friends, your associates, they didn't sign up to be your full-on support system with that particular thing.
That's true.
It was a humbling, like, it sounds really fucked up to say, and of course you want those people that I mentioned to support you, because this is your
Support group.
your support group, your circle. But whether it's entrepreneurial, independent artists, I think things and statements like that kind of ground you and be like, damn, there are 7 other billion people in this world. Like, I can go after them. I don't have to feel a way if the people around me directly aren't putting into me as I think they should. Is it?
And I used to feel like that.
It happens though.
I used to
It's a human reaction to
Yeah.
feel like.
I used
Like,
to-
come on.
I used to feel like, damn, my friends not coming to the shows.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like, I'm not seeing y'all post my shit on Instagram.
Nothing.
You feel me? No shares. Like, you're supposed to be. Because, if people aren't in this with you at the bottom,
Right.
when that door get kicked down and now you're on top, don't come with me then.
Resentment.
You feel me? Like, don't come and try to celebrate now. Because when we was down here, you will vividly remember who was there in the mud with you when you was out here trying to make that shit happen.
For sure.
Yeah.
For
You
sure.
feel me? So that I had to learn that at a young age too. That I got to stop depending on, not even dependent, relying on these people to be there. And like you said, I Googled at one time what was the population for Long Island. I don't know what year it was, but it was like 7.652 million at the time. On Long Island by itself.
Long Island.
How the fuck can I go with 100,000?
Right.
I can get 100,000 people out here to believe in what we got going on. It's about marketing.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's
I
all
can
it
never.
is.
I don't have to leave Long Island to be famous, bro, or be
sure,
rich.
nope.
For sure.
You feel me?
Sure.
But
Damn sure not
the
rich.
world is bigger than Amityville. So I'm going to Houston.
Yeah.
I'm going to North Carolina. I'm tapping in with Keno in Detroit. I'm going. Jay Stone, shout out to you too. Jay Stone in California. I knew Jay Stone in California before I knew Jay Stone at the warehouse when we performed with him in December. So that just showed me like that's a market in Cali. I can grow fans over there. So if I get my fan base in Cali popping and I'm getting 10,000 a show over there, that's where I can get money at. We're going to Texas right now. I went down there. I went down to Texas on some South by Southwest shit in 2018 to go promote my music, and I ran into GP doing the same shit in 2018. I didn't meet that man nowhere else, bro, but being outside where you're supposed to be at as an artist, marketing yourself. So when I seen him, he was walking with guys around him, and the way they was just structured, like, you can look at a group of niggas and you'll see, like, he's the star because he's in the middle, and everybody just walking around him. So once I seen how they was coming through the street, automatically I moved my way over there. Yo, what's up? I'm humble guy. You met him, you know him. He's very respectful.
Sure.
So we talked, and he was like, yeah, I make music. I'm like, yo, I make music too. I'm down here promoting from New York, blah, blah. We tapped in there, and we didn't get a song done until, last year when I took a trip down there, And artists, you got to be dedicated with this. I took a trip down there, brought my own studio equipment down there, and I got that feature done. Because you're not saying it's a bad thing, but you'll be having to wait for people that's slowing your process up. And when you don't want to wait on people to slow it up, you got to put the foot down and go do it. See what I'm trying to say? So it was time where I would send him something and he'll be like, all right, I'm going to do this. Then, nah, this one not for me. Then it's like, I got to respect it. You know, every artist got to know what they can and they don't want to touch, or it's not their vibe or whatever. Yeah. So whatever, when I finally made Zone and I'm listening to this shit, I'm like, nah, this is for him. You feel me? One, yeah. So I sent it to him and he was like, nah, this is it, bro. This is it. So I'm like, all right, bet. Let me know when you're going to get in the studio and knock it out. I think a month went by me waiting. And then I was just like, fuck it, I'm about to book this flight and go down there and do it myself. Oh, yeah. And then that was my first time going to Houston. And just from going down there and the Southern hospitality and everybody so humble down there, I received love just going there. Mm-hmm. So now I'm not, yeah, that's what I say. Like, so much love in the South. So it's more like, I bet, you know what I'm saying? We can do this. I can go down to Houston and get $10,000 a show. Mm-hmm. North Carolina's the same shit. Detroit's the same shit. And I'm from New York. I just gave y'all niggas Cali, Houston, North Carolina, Detroit, and that's a 5-state market. Mm-hmm. What else do you need, bro? Yeah. Independent, that's dope. Yeah. You feel me? And we did this just being consistent, being outside, working for it. Mm-hmm. The shit didn't fall in our lap. Yeah. We didn't get signed and the labels like, we're going to put you here. We're going to put you next to this artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, labels, you feel me? No, bro, we're going outside. Yeah, nigga, we really outside with it. Uh-huh. So it's like, boom, every year, bro, every year is something new. Like, going back to 2016 when I got into the accident. Motorcycle accident, I got hit off my motorcycle by a car. I broke all 4 extremities. I got metal rods in my legs. I got motherfucking a plate on my forearm and my wrist got pins in it. Boom. I'm laying in my rehab bed recovering. And shout out to my guy. He calls me on FaceTime. Who he standing next to? Lloyd Banks. At the gas station right around the corner on Jefferson. He like, damn, I'm at the gas station and Lloyd Banks right here pumping gas on his truck. Like, nigga, you lying. That nigga said, hold on, wait. He walks inside to go pay for his gas. And my man run down on the nigga. Like, yo, you don't know Young Dom? He like, nah. Like I'm saying, Lloyd Banks ain't gonna know me or whatever. He like, yo, man, he the hottest artist out here in Emeryville, da-da-da-da. Y'all need to tap in. He's got into a motorcycle accident. I'm about to call him. When he told him that I was in a motorcycle accident, Lloyd Banks is on the shit like, oh, word, bet? Call him. Now he's engaging into what's going on. Shout out to Lloyd Banks. Shout out to Lloyd Banks, bro. Word. So my son FaceTime me, boom. Yo, Dom, I'm with your favorite rapper. I'm like, oh, shit, you feel me? Like, he, like, gets on the phone, like, yo, what's up? What happened to you? I'm, like, telling nigga my story or whatever. He like, yeah, that's why I don't fuck with them bikes, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to wish you a recovery. Well, I can't stay here for too long, but, you know what I'm saying? Yo, just recover and get healthy, bro. I bet, appreciate you. Boom. Oh, that's crazy. I'm like, bet, it's lit. Like, I just spoke to Banks. Like, niggas don't even know how crazy the story gets. So I'm like, bet, I'm talking to Banks or whatever. So yeah, boom, that was the Lloyd Banks story. So like I said, I spoke to him then. Then my man called me, shout out to Rome or whatever. He runs into Lloyd Banks' brother at Walmart. Okay. You feel me? And you know they look alike. So he like, bro, I'm at Walmart right now, Lloyd Banks in here. I'm like, nah, there's no Lloyd Banks in here. You feel me? That's not Banks. He like, I'm telling you. So I'm like, I bet. I get in the car, I shoot to Walmart. Walmart literally like 2 minutes up the block or whatever. I get to Walmart, I'm in the parking lot waiting for the nigga to come outside. He comes out, it's his brother. So I'm like, you know, God put me here for a reason, because if it was Banks, I'll get out the car and run down on him. But it's his brother, and I'm here, I'm still gonna go run down on him. So, boom, I go get a nigga the CD, tell him like, yo, I know who you are, blah, blah, blah. If you can't just pass it to your brother, I appreciate it. If not, bro, at least I'm here to try. He respected it, took the CD, he leaves. That was one time. My other guy, L, his mom is from Queens. His mom is cool with Lloyd Banks' mom. So 2008, his family went to Lloyd Banks' crib in Huntington and had Thanksgiving. You feel me? So it's like, you're connected like this. So L come get me one night. We go to Banks' crib. I put mixtapes in the nigga mailbox. We're just trying different angles, bro. Love it. It's the grind. You gotta do this, bro. So, boom, we tried that shit, nothing. No turnbacks, no nothing, no response, no nothing, whatever. At least we tried, we kept going. Fast forward to Kalen. Shout out to my guy Kalen at Apple. Yeah. Banks gets a motherfucking appointment at the Apple Genius table, bro. Calls me.
Yes, what's wrong?
Yo, I got Lloyd Banks on the motherfucking Genius Bar app. He's going to be here today at 4:30. I'm like, I bet. Getting dressed. Got dressed. Shot to Walt Whitman Mall. Boom, I walk into the spot. I see him. He just chilling. Nobody starstruck. Nobody's running up to him. Yo, Lloyd Banks, ah! None of that shit. He just sitting there chilling.
Cause he a gangster.
You feel me?
Yep.
Gangster. I walk in. I see him. I peep him. I go to the little iPhone case. You know what I'm saying? Fake shot real quick. Don't make this shit look like it's a press.
Yeah.
Right.
Boom. We catch eye contact. It's lit. Boom. Run down on it. Yo, what's up? He like, what's good? I'm like, yo, you got time to talk? You know what I'm saying? Can I holler at you for a second? You know what I'm saying? Here waiting for this appointment to get done. So you what's up? You feel me? Talk to me. So I hit him with the accident shit. Remember you was at a gas station, blah, blah, blah. He like, yeah. I'm like, yo, remember my man FaceTimed you, put you on the phone, you talked to a nigga who broke both his legs, His face, yeah, it's me. He's like, nah. I'm like, yo, nobody's gonna pull up on you and tell you this
With
story.
that story,
Like,
right.
come on, bro. Like, come on. Nobody's gonna pull up and tell you this story, whatever. So he's like, word? I'm like, yeah. He's like, damn, this shit is crazy. Like, yo, you look good, bro. You walking, I'm like, yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to try to get my music across to you once again. You feel me? And then I tell him, like, all the different angles I came at him. He like, damn, you tried that many times? I'm like, yeah, bro, this shit ain't... You live on Long Island that I know of. There's a lot of artists that live on Long Island from the city or Jersey or whatever. Yeah. We just don't know.
Yeah.
You're coming in all my circles all the time, bro. Like, it's meant to happen. You feel me?
Yeah.
So he like, nah, I respect it. So boom. I send, he's like, I'm like, yo, take my Spotify, listen to the song. He like, nah, bro, I don't do none of that shit. Like, I'm an old school nigga. You got to email me MP3s. So I'm like, damn, I'm leaving right now to go home, bro, and I'm going to send you these shits. He's like, I bet, you got it. I go home, I send him all the shits, I hear nothing back. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, understandable.
I'm like, damn. Finally get an email back. Yo, I hit the grind, bro. Keep going. Just keep going. You feel me? Like, just keep going. That's all it said. I'm like, at least he responded.
Yeah.
I don't even care if you did listen. You responded, bro. Boom, we're lit. Let's go. And then I'm driving. I'm at work one day. I'm driving. I hear Flex on the radio like 15-year anniversary for Hunger for More. Sony Hall. Lloyd Banks. We're going down June 17th. I'm like, oh, hell no. Went right back into the email and this nigga like, yo, listen, there's no way you live on Long Island. You're not about to give a Long Island artist a shot. Blah, 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 blah. Just talking about shit in the email.
Going in.
He responds back like, call this number right here and tell him I sent you. That's my manager. He gonna take care of you.
Yeah.
Call the manager. And we was there. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then we was there. You feel me? So yeah, that was the first time. And in 2019, we doubled back again. Sony Hall for the Cody project.
Yes.
Who's opening? Dom, nigga.
Yeah.
Stop fucking playing with me, bro.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
Man, that's crazy.
That shows you right there, just being humble and motivated and having an ambition to go do the shit.
Right.
You can do this shit, bro.
Sure.
So you know what I'm saying? Like that's why I always tell people like, I know this shit is not a walk in the park, bro. And Nipsey always said, nigga, this ain't laps. This shit is a marathon. Mm-hmm. So this is my journey that I'm on right now. And who knows where I'm gonna end up next year?
Right.
But I'm outside to make this shit happen.
Right now.
You feel me? So
Okay.
that's where we at with it.
We ain't gonna be a legend soon. We a legend now.
Shout out to Benny the Butcher too.
Shout out to Benny the Butcher.
Feel me? Shout out to Heem. You know, Heem, my guy. I need that feature. Stop playing with me. You feel me? And Rick High. You feel me? Shout out to the family. Like, I'm in the studio with them guys in Brooklyn on some humbug shit. Like, my man, shout out to my guy Wax. You know what I'm saying? And that's Chink's Drugs, brother. Rest in peace to Chink Drugs. But I'm outside with Wax, and Wax like, yo, come with me to Yonkers. Benny's doing a feature with Jadakiss and Sheik Luch, and they shooting a video. Mm-hmm. I'm about to pop out. Come. I bet, bro. I'm coming. We in Yonkers. Jadakiss is right here. Sheik is right here. Benny's right here. Like, you got to be in the atmosphere, bro. Like, so he's cool with Benny and them, you know what I'm saying, because his brother had a relationship with all these other artists, so he's reaping the benefits of his brother. Take advantage of it, bro. You be an artist. Do what you got to do to make this shit win, bro. So he like, yo, we going to the studio in Brooklyn. Pop out. All right. So, all right, we on our way. We on our way, bro. You feel me? Yeah. So we in the studio with them. And, you know, Benny's in the back in the main studio knocking out features. We're in the hallway politicking. And that's how I low-key built my relationship with him. So when I get my feature done, you see where it all comes together at, bro. Being outside. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So you got to work, bro. You really got to work.
That's love. That's
love. Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm gonna be that guy. Before we let you go, what do you think would be, well, how can I word this better? If there's one thing you could add to the community right now, what would it be? And why?
that I could add to the community.
Yeah.
Amityville community. Honestly, a program of music of where you can really go out and teach these kids how to use Pro Tools. You feel me? Like something along that line, or something like a studio open to the kids to teach them how to do it. Because you got guys like Mixed by Ali, Alex, I might say his name wrong, Alex Tubi, I believe that's Young Thug's engineer. But I'm just giving you names, you feel me?
Yeah.
And people that engineers, the artists that everybody's fan favorite. Imagine how much these engineers are getting paid. See what I'm trying to say?
Like Vaughn Sessions.
That's what I'm trying to say. You feel me? Vaughn Sessions, you feel me? He's the next person up.
Yeah.
But this is definitely something that I would want to put into the community to teach them young, because everybody's going to go to Boulder Mac and play basketball.
Facts.
Everybody's going to... I'm just giving you some community shit,
You don't
bro.
know what he doing because I'm about to slam it home. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, so yeah, everybody goes to Boulder Mac to play basketball. Outside of that, you go to UNAO, you might have a football team, or you're going to play sports for the high school, middle school, whatever is going on. But when it comes down to performing arts and music, what do we have in the community?
That's a fact.
I'm just giving you,
That's a fact.
you feel me? Or teach a kid how to use a camera.
Almost like, sounds like, if I can add on to what you're saying, it's like, I think we have a youth center, UNAO.
Yeah, UNAO. Yeah, we got UNAO.
Yeah. To have like after school programs to teach these kids some of these things. Coding, engineering, music.
That sounds like...
Maybe we need to talk to somebody.
Sounds like that would make sense. But I just personally, growing up, A Center, as long as if you in the UNAO tournament, then you there. Outside of that, you might catch a run here or there, but
places.
The A Center to me always been like just a place like, like
after Amityville Day left there, it hasn't been accessible really to the community.
I wasn't connected to it, which is unfortunate because what Dom is saying is exactly right, and these are the things that produce these different people who you're speaking about, or help produce these different people that go out, they know where they got it from. They know, I was able to start this and find my passion through going to the A Center and learning, this and this. I went to Dom's class. We should have situations where these people who are actually doing it come up and teach these classes. Oh, I went to Dom's class and I learned this, and that's where I got started with, doing this or doing that, working my camera, learning how to produce, engineer, whatever the case may be. They leave, make a life for themselves in this lane, and then they come right back because they know where it started. They're like, I got to put more back into that. Because I know what it did for me. I can only imagine what it'll do for this person, that person, that person, that person. So
exactly. So yeah, I want to keep the kids out of the streets. I want to keep them away from doing anything illegal that's going to hurt them or put them away for a long time. But like I said, we're only limited to those certain things to do. Either you're going to play sports, or you're going to trap and do something illegal, and that's it when it comes out here, bro.
That's it.
So outside of sports, the world runs off of entertainment. TV shows, we can shoot vlogs, teach you how to use a camera, how to run Pro Tools. Huh? Yeah, how to do a podcast. Like all this stuff, bro. We come together as a community and help the youth. And then, like you just said, they're going to grow into who they become and turn right around and put it right back into where it started at. So, yeah, maybe we need to talk to somebody at the A Center and see if that's available to happen. If not, then present it to a high school and see if a high school would give us a classroom after school for a program and, you know what I'm saying, and give back to the community. Because all we can do is give knowledge.
That's all we got, man.
You feel me? Knowledge is key. So that's all we really can do and give. So I do feel like that's the one thing I feel like I can give back to the community if we get to that point in life moving forward.
All right. Cool. I like that. And
smoking on that dirty Sprite too. You know what I'm saying? I seen a podcast where Gilly was like, they want to know what kind of weed you smoking on. You a rapper, right? You got to let them niggas know what you smoking on. Smoking on some dirty Sprite right now, right?
Okay.
That's the name of the bud, man.
So,
and I got a question for y'all when y'all done asking me all these questions. So go ahead.
All right. So, this is my last one. Okay. So, he asked you about what you can do to add to the community, or what you would think would be add into the community, or how we think we can add to the community. What do you think? Because, life is like, once you put something in, you got to take something out. So what would be the thing you will replace that with? Like, the kids are out doing what that you would say, yo, instead of y'all doing this, let me do this. Because just not to get into too much details, you speaking from experience.
Okay.
So I want you to kind of get into a little bit of just a real quick, like, yo, what is that thing that you would say to the kids, like, over here or over there, and say, yo, instead of doing this, or instead of being out here, or preach to, whoever runs UNEO, hey, yo, we got kids over here doing this. Why aren't they here doing this? Why isn't this available to them?
I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't know how to answer that one. I don't know. You saying activities that we can take away and replace them with something better?
Like,
there is none that they give them besides sports.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't really know. When I was a kid, we was in band. You feel me? I played the trumpet growing up.
Okay, this is new information.
No, I'm saying, bro. Like, I rarely see kids walking down this block getting off the bus with equipment on them, music equipment.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I'm trying to say, like, just pay attention to what's going on right now.
Yeah.
These kids don't have that attention span or want to do what was happening 10, 20 years ago in school. Mm-hmm. Everybody's on the phone. Everybody's in the technology. Everybody's in the newest app. What's going on?
Right.
So it's time to make a transition. It's not take something away. Just make the transition to another entity to promote to the kids. Mm-hmm. So I would say that more so. You know what I'm saying? Videos, this music shit, bro. Hip hop is the biggest genre of music in the world.
For sure.
So like, come on, why not do this?
Let's get a piece of that.
Word, let's get a piece. You just got to figure out your niche. Your niche could be engineering. Mm-hmm. Your niche could be shooting videos. How many people go on YouTube and watch videos all day? That person who shot that video had to start somewhere, right?
Right.
All right, we got to plant the seed to plant the seed and let the plant grow. That's what we got to do.
Plant the seed.
To make the plant grow.
And make the plant grow.
Harvest it in the meantime. You know what I'm saying? With equipment, tips, techniques, so much forums on the internet. So much how-to videos, DIYers on YouTube. Mm-hmm. You'll learn everything on YouTube. You don't need to go to school for
University.
You don't need to.
I graduated there like 5 times.
Facts.
Cum laude. Let's show.
A lot of times from YouTube. Go buy a camera and just go on YouTube.
And you'll learn
how to do this. You'll learn. Believe me.
And, we just, do that. But also before these kids get, because these kids got to find ways to get this money. And, we telling them, yo, buy this camera, yo, do this, yo, do that.
You out the butt? Push it down. Go ahead.
This guy. So we telling them to go buy this, go buy that. So, but we know where we live and we know where we come from, and that ain't really feasible for a lot of kids. So this is why it's important for us to be able to provide these things. Yo, go to the local youth center and learn how to use this. Because now that you know how to use this, we can now get young Dom, who's now an accomplished artist and, got everything that he needs to do. Now he's able to put his money back into the community. He can go right to the youth, because people want to put their money back into the community, but it'd be nice, and especially they want to support the kids. And it'd be nice if they can go to a place like the youth center and go right there and be like, yo, who's the upcoming guy who you can tell is interested in doing photography? Yeah. Who's interested in doing this? And then you can go there and say, yo, all right, bring him. Let me meet him. Right. I got a camera for you. Come shoot come see what my set is like. Come shoot my next video. Come be a part of that set. So we need to direct the line. You know what I'm saying? We don't have, there's a disconnect. The people want to give back and the people and the kids need it, but there's no connection there. So we need to make that connection. You see the vision. For sure, man. Okay. For sure, man. We had these conversations, That's why I needed you on the podcast. So that was my last question. You said you got
all right. I got a question for y'all. How big do y'all want to get this podcast? And who are y'all inspirations to to become more of a platform that you guys are on? Like, where do y'all want to go after this? You feel me? Because you got $1 million worth of game. I watch a lot of their interviews. You got Drink Champs. I watch their interviews. Rory and Mo. Like, shout out to you guys. I ran into you on. Hey, bump that tape. But yeah, you feel me? You got Rory and Mo, Joe Budden podcast. You have so many Alex 22. You feel me? His podcast, and so it's so many people with podcasts. You feel me? So it's like, where do you guys find y'all difference from everybody else's?
Okay.
And then where do y'all want to go in the goal world of this year, 5-year plan, 10-year plan, and moving forward? You feel me? So you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting back.
All right.
Okay.
And I want both y'all to answer.
I'm gonna let you go.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, what kind of separates us from other podcasts, or what gives me personally the belief that we can do something extremely special here, is that I grew up around some of the most extraordinary gentlemen I've ever met, and I met some pretty solid individuals, and the information that they gave me isn't readily available to the kids now. Podcast for every single thing except for community involvement, and not just involvement in terms of like donating gifts and that typical thing that we might see. There's nothing that's giving practical steps, conversations that are tailored around helping kids, like for the kids. And with that, there's conversations that weren't had that should have been had, whether it's mental health, entrepreneurship. I didn't know what an entrepreneur was until about like 17 years old. I just thought they were business owners, but there's so many different ways you can go with entrepreneurship. And I always thought that you had to go to school to do anything. Without school, you're a loser. Like, that's what I was spoon-fed every day. Like, you gotta go to school, you gotta go to school, you gotta go to school. Even if you don't know what you want to do, go to school, go to school, go to school. So then...
You know why.
Right. So just that misinterpretation and the fact that kids don't know that there are options. There's no, like, they don't understand that there are so many options for you to, like, pursue or to consider. It's not all school, army, entertainment business. There's so many other things you can do. And to have a podcast, not just telling them that there is, but showing them and giving them people that it's like, oh, that's my cousin's so-and-so. Right? He on the show. I know him. People they can touch. People they have access to. And I noticed the biggest problem in our community is just exposure. And podcasts right now are perfect for people because it gives you a little bit of everything, whether it's entertainment, information, a distraction from what's going on. And if you do it right, you can appease all of those senses or parts of the brain that needs to be stimulated with one particular podcast. And I know we can offer that and also help people along the way. So that's the one part answer as to why, like, I feel like this is, like, different. Like, there's so many other reasons and so many other ways that where things have just so happened to line up perfectly for us. Like, it's unexplainable. It's been happening the moment I've asked Jimmy to come on the show and we work it out. It's amazing. But to be more logical and to give, like, a solid, concrete reason is that I have that undying self-confidence in this. Like, that's why I asked, because I resonate with that with you.
I appreciate
it. And I know it's difficult to see past when I was doing podcasts since I was 14. Back then it was like online radio talk, whatever. Again, shout out to Kenny for showing me the way. And I would only get about 4, 6, maybe 8 views. Maybe. And that would be after me bugging people like, oh, go listen to this, go listen to this. And I wasn't talking about anything but sports. And just to see how many people have gravitated towards my videos on Instagram or just my overall, like, life advice that I give on the side, I know that this is bigger in the kids now because the kids now really don't have that community. There's no sense of community for the kids right now. There's no, oh, let's go down to this park. Let's go down to this spot. Like, it's always, oh, I'm going to send you this video from TikTok, or I'm going to send you this, or let's go do, like, it's just not the same. And I've seen the benefits. Being born the years that we're born, 90s, we've seen different turns in the world where it was still kind of, family oriented in the 90s, transition to computer, but you still had the family. And then now to where we are right now, where it's like strictly technology. And I've seen the difference in what it does in people. Like, all the incredible people I know, they've had a village behind them. They've had a sense of community. They had, I used to go to this spot right here, meet up with so-and-so. I used to go do this over here, karate over here. I used to have dance class over here. Like, it was that. Yeah, just a podcast that is centered around exposure, whether it's conversations, opportunities, or just overall people that you didn't know were right down the street from you. You have everything you need to be everything that you want to be in the community.
That's what's up. You gonna answer, kid?
So
Shouldn't let me go first. Shouldn't let me go first.
As simply put as possible, you know, I got a passion for connecting the dots and connecting. And what I see in our community, I got a passion for our community, and the way that I see it, the way in which I feel that we could help each other is by connecting the dots. And it's within the word itself, community, you know what I'm saying? Like, community is about connecting the dots, saying, yo, you know what I'm saying? My man's here, you want to do rapping? My man's here over here, got a studio. Or you want to do photography? My man's here, he's starting a class over here to do photography, and he's got a camera that he's going to teach you. And so we need to be able to connect these dots so that we can move further. And my passion behind it from jump, even before this, me and my man's Muhammad, shouts out to Muhammad. We started, you know, our own little basketball thing where we was running an AAU team, and we started that, and we wanted to make that a community-based thing that would help the kids, you know, give something constructive for them. And it wasn't just about basketball. It wasn't just about teaching them the X's and O's. It was about teaching them life through basketball. And so I think that we can teach about life through these podcasts and connect the dots while you giving game to the kids and to the adults also that's watching about how to move and how to do certain things through your life through that you did through music. That's connecting some dots for some people. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is a beautiful way that we can give that information out. And this, where do I see ourselves? You know, this is just a beginning. I was talking to, you know, Alex offline, and I want to start. That's why we asked you the question, hey, what do you like? What do you want to see in the community? Is because we want to start actually being in the community, starting, whether it be having to start a fundraiser for you know, fixing a street over here on the block out here.
Right.
Whether it's, you know, connecting the dots, whether it be, you know, a woman who watched this comment on the video and say, you know, my grandma, she hasn't had somebody cut her yard, and so and so and so. Oh, yo, we got a kid that over here, connect the dots, yo, do this, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Go cut her grass over here, and now you got a kid who maybe needs some guidance in that, and then you got an elder who's willing to give that guidance. So I just want to connect the dots for people. That's why we want to have you on. We want to have different people from throughout the community that's actually present in the community, doing things, and can see the vision. You know, you clearly, with stuff that you say, you can see the vision, and you have your own vision of yourself that aligns with ours, and, you know, it just was meant to happen. It's meant to be this way, and we're going to continue to go forth and put things in the air.
Yep.
We put the UNAO thing in the air, and we working behind the scenes to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? And now that we got you, you know, you seem like you interested in that. We know we can contact you if we need some push here or push there to try to get some things moving and try to get some things done in the background. So, you know, if anybody who out there who's listening and y'all feel that there's some ways that we could connect the dots and try to, you know, like I said, hey, your grandma over
just
here.
Tap in,
you know.
Comments, links,
Tap in.
DMs.
like, share, comment, help.
You know what I'm saying? Let's build that community. Everybody open their mouths so that we can start feeding people and doing these things. So let's do it, man.
All right, so this is for the community podcast right here. It's your boy Dom TMO. Checking out DomTMO.com is the website. Come get you a merch, listen to a project, single or something. We all support you. We'll see you guys on the next one.
We out of here.
That was good.